What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. If you don't know me, my name is Amber. You call me Am. I really don't care. If you do know me, welcome back. So, in this video, 5 things that I've learned as a beginner in manifesting. I just make sure I worded that right. I don't think a lot of people realize this, but when it comes to manifesting, we do it all the time. We just don't realize that we're doing it. So, that's like, I guess one thing that I learned. I've been manifesting ever since I was a kid. I have so many, actually, I have like a lot of stories to tell where I was manifesting and I didn't even know I was manifesting, but that's for other videos. Like taking manifesting seriously probably about 2 years ago. And I seen from my own eyes that it was real. And from there, I just been doing my research on it, playing around with it, and just testing it out for myself. And it actually does work. And I'm a firm believer in that's why they tell you to be careful what you wish for, because when it comes to manifesting, it can happen, So, like they say, be careful what you wish for. But the first thing I learned when it comes to manifesting is to actually be serious about what you want. The reason why I say this is because a lot of times people such as myself, will manifest something and not really be serious about it and then let it go and then wonder why down the road, like, it never happened. That was a mistake I used to make in the beginning. You have to be serious about it. This kind of goes into number 2. You have to know that it's going to work. You have to know that your manifestation will work. I've learned that manifestation does not have a time limit. A lot of people say, oh, manifest a text in 30 seconds, manifest a call in 30 minutes. Like, you can't do that. Like, it's not possible. Like, maybe for like a person who's like been into it for like 10 whatever years, but I can honestly say, like, when it comes to manifesting, there's not a time limit on it. You just have to know that it's going to work. Once you tell yourself it's going to work and let the thought go from there, that's it. So if it happens within 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, that's fine. But when it comes to manifesting, you cannot put a time limit on it. You just have to know that it's going to happen. The third thing that I've learned about manifesting is the 3D and the 4D world. That was something totally new to me. 3D is what we see in front of us. 4D is basically like our I want to say like our imagination, but basically the world that haven't happened yet. So like like when you daydream and stuff like that about how things could be or would be, that's your 4D. What we see in front of us is our 3D. So when it comes to us manifesting, we can't get caught up really in the 3D, because if we do that, it's going to throw us completely off about what we want. So when it comes to manifesting, it's better to just know that it's going to happen regardless of what's happening in your 3D. So say, for instance, you want your ex to text you, but you're paying attention to the 3D. So let's say like you're going to his page and he's sharing memes about how he loves being single. Or let's say, for instance, he just posted a whole nother girl and you're like, well, I just manifested that he'll come back to me. He's doing this, this, and this. And it's like, okay, see, now you're paying attention to the 3D. You're letting the 3D throw you off. And this is something I wanted to throw in. It's okay to let the 3D throw you off, but you have to understand and know it's life. Like, you have to like basically know like, okay, this is happening in my 3D, but as long as you hold on to your 4D, aka your manifestation, none of that matters. None of that matters. You have to literally, I view manifestation almost as like delusions. Like, if you were to see your ex post someone or share a quote, you have to think to yourself, okay, he's just posting this girl to get me jealous. He's just sharing this quote because he's bored. You have to like waver through all your negative thoughts in order to get your manifestation, because if you fall into the 3D, your manifestation is not going to happen. So that's another thing. Don't pay attention to the 3D. It's very hard not to. I'm not gonna lie. It's very, very, very hard not to pay attention to your 3D, to the 3D. But you have to know your manifestation is coming. The fourth thing that I'm learning about manifestation, let's see, like I said, I didn't write this down. This is from the top of the dome. Is to know that it's going to happen. That's my main thing. Just know your manifestation is going to happen. And you have to understand manifestations, there's no time limit on when it's going to happen. As long as you know it's going to happen, it will happen. And again, like I said, I'm a beginner manifester, and I can honestly say everything I've been manifesting is coming true. You honestly just have to believe in what you're thinking and what you're saying. And a lot of people think like, oh, if I tell my manifestation to someone, it may not come true. That's not true. That's not true. If anything, if you tell your manifestations to someone, they may say something to throw you off and may mess you up in your 3D. But like I said, you never pay attention to your 3D. Always pay attention to your 4D. Your 4D is what matters. Your 4D is what haven't happened yet. And this kind of goes into number 5. Is really wordplay when it comes to manifestation. So let's say, for instance, you are manifesting a new car. You're not going to say, I wish I had a new car. You will say, when I get my new car, I'm going to buy these kind of accessories for it, or you're not going to say, oh, I wish I had a business. You're going to say, when I start my business, I'm going to make sure that all my customers are happy. It's wordplay. It's really just believing your manifestations before it happens. Now, a lot of the stuff I learned from the YouTuber, her name is Taylor Tooks. I think that's her last name. I'm sorry if I said it wrong, but she's absolutely correct. Another thing I took away from her as well is you don't have to write down your manifestations. I know a lot of people say, oh, write it down, It's called scripting. You can script, because scripting, in my opinion, it helps me remember, honestly, the list of manifestations that I said, because I may forget. But a lot of people feel like if you write your manifestation 3 times and ball it up and toss it in the air and all this other, you don't have to do that when it comes to manifesting. If you want to script, fine, go ahead and script. Because when you script, I know this girl I follow on TikTok said she scripted before she found her husband. Scripting does help, but you don't have to do it if you're not looking for something very specific, if that makes sense. So let's say, for instance, you again want an SP to contact you. You don't have to script that. You don't have to write that down. You don't have to do all of that stuff. You could just literally just what am I saying? You could literally just I'm lost my train of thought. You could literally just tell yourself, my SP is going to contact me. That's it. Put your phone down. That's it.